me? Wait, can you hear me now? Wait, can you hear me now? Hello? Hello. It is I, Collins. I look too washed out. This light is just. Hi, Aaron. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to start the live stream I'm going to start the episode shortly. But hi, I'm so glad that you're here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I just want to make sure that I'm loud enough before I start talking and nobody can hear me. I guess I could check it on my phone. It's like late for you. Shouldn't you be asleep? Cooper, do you want to be part of the show? Would you like to be part of the show, Penny? What are these dogs right now? Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm live on my phone. I can see myself on my phone. I'm live on my phone. Oh, good. You can hear me. I can see myself on my phone. I'm live on my phone. Oh, good. You can hear me. I can see myself on. That's so crazy. Okay. 4 a.m. Okay, someone on. So you can only type 1 minute at a time since the delays. Oh, sorry. I don't know. Did I do that? Let's see. I'm turning off slow mode because I want you to talk as much as you want. All right. So back when it was Collins on the Rocks, I used to talk about what drink I was drinking. And I feel like it's important because we should all be hydrated. And just because I'm not drinking, what's this episode going to be about? I'm catching everyone up with what is going on in my life, which is juicy secret stories. Just juicy secret stories. So I found a non-alcoholic beer, and it's from the Athletic Brewing Company. They should sponsor me. Yeah, the Athletic Brewing Company has a non-alcoholic beer, and it's really good. I think John Moxley is the has like a thing going on with them. Yes, we love some juicy stories to keep us hydrated on gossip. Yes. I know it's kind of funky time, but I'm kind of glad that I gave myself a buffer. So, hi, welcome everyone to the Coffee with Collins podcast. I am your host, Collins. This is an extra weekly little dose of specialness, I guess, over here on the YouTubes. If this is something that you like, or this is your first time viewing this, and replay crew, what's up? Hey, how's it going? I'm Collins. I'm your Auntie Collins. And we are just kicking this right off. A little awkward in the beginning. I'm still getting the handle of this, but we're going to jump into everything now. I do use my hands. That's why we have a mic here. We have headphones. We have beverages, and we're just going to jump into the show. Remember, you can follow us on Instagram at Coffee with Collins. You can find me on Instagram _queer auntie, which apparently Twitter is going away. So _queer auntie might not exist anymore. You can find us on all platforms. This will get condensed hopefully somehow into a format that goes right on to all of the podcast platform streaming services. Yes. This is kind of a Twitter is over party, right? Like it is Thursday, the 17th of November, and Twitter's going to die soon. Okay, can I just like say all the juicy gossip with like people walking out, people getting their computers completely locked, like key cards all being deactivated. What is going on there? It seems crazy, but I have crazy shit going on too. So, um, but yeah, go ahead and yes, you are a time traveler, Aaron. Thank you. Uh, go ahead and subscribe to all of the social medias. They will be all down below. But yes, let's jump into it. So I brought you all here for Let's Chat. I had an incredible episode this last week with my friend Yvonne, who I met on TikTok, and we just started talking about body positivity and swapping clothes and gender expression. And if you hear dogs, there are 3 dogs in here. And Penny is currently tearing up a toy. So, Miss Penny, thank you. Okay. So the podcast episode has been very well accepted, and thank you to everyone who's listened to the episode. I didn't have a plan for when I would yawn because I usually record the podcast early in the morning because I'm a morning person, and it is 8 p.m. at night, and I'm tired because I wake up early to go to work, which it's not that far of a commute, literally down the stairs, but still nonetheless is having to have brain power. But with that said, I've been really hesitant to do episodes of the podcast. Hearing that previous episodes have hurt people's feelings, and in essence, I've lost my friendships over them. I never wanted to hurt anybody with this podcast. I never wanted to upset anybody with the podcast. I just wanted to create a space that I could be myself and that I could encourage others to be honest with themselves and feel like they have a piece or part of this world. I really wanted to create a podcast that, although my experience in life is not unique, although my experiences aren't special and it happens to everybody, but I just think about if I had something like this 5 years ago, 10 years ago, would it be beneficial to me? Yeah. It would have been beneficial for me to hear somebody else going through life the way that I've had and how openly I've had to go through a lot of really painful shit. And knowing that, like, me talking about some of the struggles that I've been having, knowing that I've been talking about losing friends and how I feel really disappointed by certain things, or how somebody, the way that they treated me hurt me. And the fact that I talked about it at all hurt their feelings. And I feel really terrible about that because I know I did something that hurt someone's feelings. And that sucks. That sucks to feel like it's your responsibility to need to navigate that. So I didn't create content, and I didn't put myself in a position where I could cause further damage because I hurt someone. And although I don't regret anything that I said, and I stand by every word, and it was exactly kind of the thing that I needed to shove me off the security blanket that was losing about 8 to 10 people in my life. people that I found myself talking shit about. And that's not something that I can do. That's not something I should do. And I felt terrible that I was spending all of my time talking shit about these people. I would talk to my friends and talk shit about them. And I don't think that that's normal. Yep, I can relate to that quite a bit. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that somebody else feels like they can relate, because losing friends is really difficult, because you invest your time and your space and pieces of yourself for it to fail, and that hurts, and that rips you up into shreds. But if I didn't share my story, and if I didn't talk about things, and if I didn't say things out loud, would I still have those friends? I might, but I probably wouldn't have been happy. Although happiness is relative. But there's really nothing I can do to make the pain go away. And it's really evident, kind of seeing who's stayed and who's left. And I'm not going to feel sorry about that. I'm reading the chat right now. I've been struggling with a huge amount of guilt over an incident that happened in the not too distant past where I was entirely wrong. No, you can make it about you. That's why it's a live chat. That's why I'm not recording an episode solely without live chat. I wish there were more people here. I should have advertised it better, I guess. I don't know. I know a lot of people are busy. I don't want to monopolize everyone's time. So there's that. I don't have as many friends. And I'm at this place in my life where I just want to do things now. I feel like people were holding me back for a while of like different interests and different things that I wanted to do, because you ever have those friends where you like bring up something like, "Oh, I want to go to this museum because like I really like this artist," or maybe I want to go to this craft fair because it seems like something to explore. And you definitely have those people in your friend groups that are like, "Ugh, that's so dumb." No, I don't want to do that. Why? I never understood. Never understood. It always has to be an event that one person likes. Or everybody wants to drink. So like you not drinking is like ruining the vibe. Then let me ruin the vibe. You know? Let me ruin the vibe. Because it really is my life, and I don't want to spend my life passing around screenshots of people to make fun of them. You know? I don't want to spend my life arguing with people on Twitter, although I do that a lot. Well, Twitter's going away, so it took me a long time to post podcast episodes and put myself out there again, because nobody wants to be on the receiving end of everybody listening to your podcast and getting upset and then all choosing to unfriend you on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. So yeah, I felt hurt. And I just think that 2022 has just been like the season of figuring out who the fuck I am without my friends. And I've always been a person that's always surrounded myself with people, and that's just kind of how it's been. Which brings me to the tea. So, if you know, you know, but if you don't know, you don't know a lot. So, my family is a shit show, and I was kind of trying to find some home base feeling. I don't know if you have ever felt this way of like going to your hometown or seeing an old friend or wearing an old sweater. I don't know. But when you're kind of lost and feeling like you need something, you need some sort of home base, you go to your hometown. You talk to an old friend. You go back to a store that you used to go to, or, something that's familiar. So I went back to my hometown, and things have been crazy with my family. My If you don't know, my sister's going through a divorce. My brother's going through a divorce. My sister's ex-husband and my brother's ex-wife got together and are living together. And those two people are the worst people on the entire planet that I know. Like, I know a lot of really bad people. And they both have decided to live together, and my brother is still living with his ex-wife and her boyfriend in the same house. Leaving my poor sister to figure shit out. There are kids involved. There are teenagers involved. And my poor sister is just hanging on. She's getting through it. My mom's supporting her. Other people are supporting her. Her neighbors are supporting her. And they're just getting rocked. My niece and my nephew are going through a lot. And I know that I've shared personally with a lot of people about some of the things that they're going through, just to keep us in mind, keep it on. And I don't know, it's like I have this guilt that I can't do more, that I can't just move back to my hometown where it's like time has gone backwards. And while I live in a very progressive state, they're very stuck in the past. Um I don't know how to nicely say it. But Kitsap County is really hillbilly, and they pride themselves on being blue collar people. They pride themselves on, working hard and, thriving despite, things going on. Like that's just kind of how I grew up. The Navy base is there, like it's very blue collar. So when you have it's like queer people, gay people, trans people, I mean, people of color even, like there's in Kitsap County, there is a Native American reservation that even a lot of people have a lot of things to say about that. So a lot of things are fucking backwards there. So seeing how things hurt these children that are involved in this web, and nobody wants to help each other, nobody wants to solve anything, they just want to be right. And you have these kids reaching out to me because their auntie, the Russell auntie, is super queer and proud. I'm so proud of who I am. And yet um they're looking to me, and the people that don't like queer people say really bad things about me. So while I'm trying to like go to my hometown and connect with my roots and like feel that like blue collar energy and like, I've worked hard for everything in my life and I've always had multiple jobs in my life and I've always like scraped by and I've always worked my ass off and I've always done it like a certain way, but yet I'm never going to be good enough for them. I'm never going to be good enough for the bigots in my family. Why does that bother me? Why the fuck does it bother me that there are people who are morally, no, thank you. But just talking about how morally backwards my family is. My family is so backwards, and I don't know why I just want their, like, approval. I just want them to be like, "You know what, Collins? It's okay that you're queer. It's okay that these children wanna be like you, and they find it to be, um they find you to be something of solace, you know?" Sorry, my forehead itches from my bangs. Um, it hurts to not have their approval, but it makes me want to be who I am more. The millionaire. Yes, that family, yeah. Um, it hurts my feelings to know that people who are connected to me won't ever accept me for who I am. And it kinda really sucks to not have, like to, like, be rebuilding your chosen family while also, like, picking out the direct family you have that is super toxic and, like, really hurts your feelings, and, like, a lot of things that they do are really hurtful, and when you tell them that it's hurtful, they're like, "Well, I've been like this my whole life," or, "God says." God didn't fucking say that. God did not fucking say, "Treat gay people like lesser than. Treat trans people like lesser than." God didn't fucking say that. I don't know where they get off on how the Bible is translated when they didn't actually fucking read the Bible. You know what I mean? So, meanwhile, I'm trying to build this chosen family. I'm trying to rebuild this fleet, I guess. And I don't know how to do it, but like beyond the internet. um, there's a song by Courtney Govan, and the quote is, "If I turn off the internet, do I exist anymore?" And when my entire community is on the internet, on Twitter, on Discord, on Instagram sometimes, that's that's where my community is. So when I turn off the internet, where's my community? They're not physically here because a lot of people are not in this country, don't not in this state, not in this jurisdiction. So I wanted to ask, how do you build a community? What do you want from a community? How do you get support from a community? And how do you do that when the community doesn't exist physically in your life? I don't know. Why am I getting tagged in all these things on Twitter? I don't know what's going on. So yeah, there's my tea. Um, I don't really feel like I have very many friends in real life because I don't feel like I feel like when people see me, they see a version of me that they think that I am. Hello. Hello, Tim. Tim Wright is in the chat and says, "This is why so many people are reflecting on Twitter right now, even as a fairly individual person. I feel sad about its possible demise." Listen, I get it. I mean, yeah, I have a lot of followers on Twitter. It took a while to build that, but a lot of my growth has been in the last year. I would direct you to a song by VN. Nope. I'm reading this without my glasses. It's probably not a great thing. Um, VN VNV Nation called Illusion. I will have to check it out. Send that to me on the Discord because we are friends on the Discord. Um, yeah, I'm really sad about Twitter possibly going away because it's taken me a while to build the community that I have on Twitter. And I don't know, there's not really any other place that wrestling people gather. Nobody gets my jokes anywhere else. Because I have friends who don't like fucking wrestling, and that's weird to me. It's weird. Why do you not like violence? I'll never know. But yeah, um, basically, my life update is on I'm trying to figure out my shit. I'm also kind of trying to figure out like my living situation because like I don't really like the person that Epi and I live with. That's a story for another time. Worst roommates I've ever had. I think he might take the cake. Yeah, if I'm thinking about it, this smelliest, least hygienic, d- doesn't really help out that much with housework. Really just needs a mom to clean up after them. It's my current living situation. Twitter will always be a two-edged sword for me. It was so fun to meet people, but at the same time, universal social media is kind of terrifying. Honestly, I get it. And like it's so hard. I mean, there are two people watching this right now, right? So I have two people watching this. I've had numerous people tell me, sorry, can't make the live stream. I've had numerous people go, oh my God, I'm going to be in your live stream. And they're not here. And that's fine. I've said that to people too, where I'm like, "Oh shit, I fucking forgot I was supposed to go to watch this person's live stream." Totally fine. I get it. Um but it's really difficult organically to like, "Hey, if you're on Twitter, if you're on Twitter, follow me on Instagram." Because like when you organically start following people on social media, you know, it looks different. It does. I just want to see what this looks like right now. I'm not doing research. I am. I am doing research right now. What does this look like? Oh, you have to actually click into. Interesting. What if I do that? I didn't know that I could say hello in my own chat. How funny is that? But this is a platform that I wanna utilize more, and with things shifting on different social medias, I think it's important to shift things around. Um, oh, there goes my earbud. My ears are very small, I wanna tell you. Um, these little earbud things, they're the smallest little things, and they don't like to go all the way in, they have to sit on the little lobey part. Yeah. So, I feel unsettled, and I feel like I really want this podcast to exist, but I think I really want it to exist in a live streaming platform, and so I do wanna keep utilizing YouTube. I mean, mm, Lord help YouTube because it's crazy, but, like, I don't make money from this. I do this because it feels good for me and it helps my soul. This life is really fucking weird, and a lot of it is hurtful, and a lot of it is sad, and it can really weigh me down, and I was starting to feel really weighed down, um, just thinking about how a group of friends that I had for so long all collectively decided to remove me on all social media. Like, that hurt my feelings, and that happened in June, and it's been months, and I'm still not over it, and I'm still thinking that I'm a shitty person for what? All I did was share that something that they did hurt my feelings. And it hurts that, like, I talked to my mom today, and my mom is excited that Donald Trump is going to be running for president. And I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat or independent or whatever. I just have a lot of feelings about Donald Trump specifically for what he stands for and his journey to eliminate people like me. And so when I told my mom, like, this is you saying, like, you're excited about this makes me hurt. It hurts my feelings. And how she just told me to get over it. It's not a big deal. Donald Trump is a Christian man, which made me fucking laugh to the thought of Donald Trump being a fucking Christian. Are you fucking serious? But I feel like it's so hard when you start having boundaries, how quickly people walk to the other side of the line and how they say, "You know what, Collins? I'm going to vote for this candidate. I don't give a fuck about you." And you're going to make a big deal about it, and I'm going to tell you to calm down. It's not that big of a deal. While people are getting actively murdered for being who they are, just like me. But people don't want to talk about that. Why can't we talk about that? If we are completely honest, why can't we talk about, hey, call out your shitty friends. Call out your shitty friends supporting shitty politicians, shitty celebrities, shitty Twitter CEOs. At least I don't own a Tesla. But seriously, oh, I have a bad relationship with my parents. Yeah, well, I'm cutting my mom out of my life. At a time that I'd really like to have a mom that supports me and loves me and cares about me. Oh my gosh, I don't want to cry. I just want to be loved and supported. I just want someone to tell me that they're proud of me. I just want somebody to tell me that they need me in their life. Shoot. I just want to be supported in that kind of regard. And I don't think that that's asking too much. The chat is making me cry. Thank you. You are my chosen family. If you're watching this now live or if you're watching it on the replay, you are my chosen family. And that's what I wanted to chat about because for so long, this podcast has just kind of like been whatever. And I feel like I need it more now than ever. I feel like I need this podcast more than ever. As we go into the holidays, I do want to talk more about like interpersonal things. I want to talk about strengths and like things that fucking matter, that grow people, that are uncomfortable. But I'm going to keep having my voice. Yes, if it gives you a voice, never give up on it. You know what? I'm not. And I'm really bad at uploading things and I'm really bad at hurting people's feelings. But if you give me an opportunity, I'm going to make it right. And if that's not enough, I'm going to still be me. There are so many sayings right now, and I can't even think of any of them. Um, but one of them is like, if I'm too much to swallow, I hope you choke. And that's kind of how I feel. And I have to understand that that comes with the consequence that I'm not for everybody. But the people that don't get it, they don't get it. I'm not for the masses. I'm for the weirdos. The trash pandas of the world. The ones that aren't always the favorite. The misfits, not the masses. Exactly. So I'm going to wind down the episode. I really appreciate you spending any time, any amount of time with me here on YouTube in any capacity. I really, truly appreciate it. And my life is like fucking hell right now. My job sucks. Things suck. But I'm just getting through it. It's like, okay, so this one time, so I was always the kid that never wore a jacket, but I'm always cold. Like I'm always cold. Right now the heat is blasting at 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Um I'm always cold. I have fleece pants on right now because I'm always cold. My hat is over there. I'm gonna put it on right after this. Although this light is really bright and it's like making me like a little bit warm, but I'm always cold. So as a kid, I walked to school. It was about a mile to school. And my mom always told me, don't forget your jacket in case it rains. And it was one of those days that like it looked like it could rain, but it also looked like it couldn't rain. And this is when I was living in the Pacific Northwest, so most likely it's going to rain. So I'm a teenager, and my mom said, "Put on your jacket." I forgot my jacket. I'm freezing cold, so I used to wear those thermals that you would put the I don't know why I'm, but you would put your thumbs through it, and I would just like walk like that with my backpack and just go as quickly as I could up the hill. Um, to go to school. And it started pouring rain. And it wasn't like the kind of like light mist rain. It was like those heavy droplets. And then it started like ice raining. And then it started snowing all within the matter of like 2 to 3 minutes. But I had to get to school. And I'm the kind of person that like I have a goal in mind. I gotta get to school. I gotta get there. I gotta get there in one piece. And as long as I get there, I can get all my stuff. Like I can change in the bathroom, whatever, but I gotta get there. I could go home, turn around, come back, go, but I just go. And that's kind of what I do in life. I just keep going. And even though I am hitting ice pellets and it like the logical thing would be go into the library literally for 5 minutes. Like there was a library across the street, just stand in the library for like 5 minutes, wait till it clears, and then continue. But I'd rather get there on time. I'd rather get there in a timely manner and see my goal and get there like soaking wet while other people are dry. Oh, I knew that it was gonna rain, so I wore a jacket, I prepared. I'd rather just plow through it, learn from my mistakes, move on. So that's kind of what I'm doing with my life right now. I'm making a lot of mistakes along the way, but I'm gonna keep going on instead of just turning around, going home. If I turned around and went home, I probably wouldn't have gone to school, I would have called sick or something. But I'm so stubborn that I'm just gonna keep going. So, we're gonna keep going, and we're gonna do live streams probably twice a month at first, but I'm gonna keep going. So, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Remember, this is Coffee with Collins. I hope that you are hydrated. I hope you are well. Remember, you can find us on Instagram at Coffee with Collins. You can also find me underscore queer auntie on most social media platforms. If you would like to join the Discord, let me know and I would be happy to join the fun. I love you so much. Do no harm, but take no shit. I've been Collins. You've been amazing. Cheers. Bye.